Hello, welcome to this session. This is the introduction for AI lead conversion course and as well high ticket lead conversion. So meaning that in this complete video, you're going to be learning how to structure your business to function even when you are not there. You don't have to be there if you follow the entire setup we have done because I don't know if you're part of the people who said they were going to shut down marketing this year. So you find out that the marketing you try to shut you down, then you should understand one thing: money does not shut down marketing. That's the reason why a lot of people, the moment they have the money, they set up what we call interface marketing, and they will now become clueless at the end of the day. Yes, a friend of mine on the 27th of December called me and said, Mr. Tim, I want you to review my marketing. I have set up, he's not actually a friend, but business now graduate us to become friends. This is my boss. I now asked him, tell me, can you give me brief? What have you done? He said that what he has done is that he has employed 5 staff. I said, correct. He has now someone set up system.io for them. I said, perfect. And then he said he had just purchased 5 different phone numbers. I was thinking the phone number was just for the staff to make up, right? He now said, and he's going to install that these are smartphones. He's going to install a kind of a WhatsApp in all of them just to ensure that anybody they call, they follow up immediately so they can close there. I said, all right. He said, that anytime you say all right, that means there's something is off. Yes, something is off there. There's a bracket there. So that alone will shut him down, not the marketing. He will get the customers, but it will shut him down. And I said, oh, all right. He now know that I've taken note of that one. He now said, okay, and we have a targeted budget that we want to be generating between 30 to 50 leads every day. And so that the 5 people should be able to like have them like 10, 10 or just 5, 5 so that they will be able to control that. I said, perfect, right? Now, I now asked him a particular question. Now, before that, he now told me, okay, that he's planning to just invest first 5 million because it's a property that he wants it to just be everywhere. Now, okay, ask him what is going to be the buying process. What is his buying process? He said, what do you mean by buying process? I said, when the people you have just generated, when they drop and ask you, okay, how do you get started? He said, well, they will call them, they have already set up the a kind of they have already all the paparazzis. The paparazzi is that they will call. After they call, they will now send PDF and they will now upload just like that. And I asked him, as a business owner, do you think somebody wants to buy a property? Now, please, for clarity's sake, this is for whether you are a mechanic, whether you are a real estate developer, whether you are a kind of ordinary day business owner, whether you are a consultant, you are a medical personnel, maybe dentist, optical, and all of that. Any kind of business you are doing, this is perfect for you, right? So, but this is just an illustration. Hmm? And whatever amount I'm putting here is just based on the conversation. You can use any amount to start. Perfect. Now, I now said, okay, what is the purchase process? Now, his own purchase process is 2020-2023 process, where people are still, wow. But now people no longer trust email self. For you to just say it's just an email PDF that you send and you close it. People want to see the breakdown of what they are buying. Most of the people who buy services that is high ticket, but some of them are not the direct buyers. Most of the people are not the final decision makers. Most of the people, they are either staff. Some of them are just managers. Yes, management. Some of them are just the Gen Zs that have managers that buy property for them. They want them to bring the property. They will review it before you make decision. But your own kind of setup is just for people, the direct buyers, people who just want to pay. So don't make your business to look like people want to pay. Nobody wants to pay for that your property. Nobody wants to pay for your service. But your setup ensures that people get service. It is service they are getting. Nobody is paying you. People are exchanging their money for your value in your hand. And you give them your value, they give you their money. How do we exchange the value? That is where the marketing starts. Now, look at where he's going to have issues with that kind of marketing. Now, the first month will look perfect because the people that are going to be dropping message are going to be the first time. So meaning that there are no receipts, There are no response, there are no coming back customers. Now, where he will have issue is now at the end of the month. First, is going to start from the staff. The staffs, then they will not be able to give him accurate information about what is going on because the marketing is overwhelming. Imagine Mr. A, Mr. B is doing their marketing in one company. They are not doing different marketing. So meaning that Mr. A cannot actually tell what Mr. B is doing, and Mr. B cannot follow up on Mr. A's conversation. So that is error number one. Now, error number two is that you as a business owner, you want to tell me that he now will be able to bring 5 different WhatsApp numbers, phone numbers. Don't forget that I have purchased smartphones, not small phones, so that when people come, they will know that this is a big man business. That is outdated, right? Now, you tell me that your guy will now carry this phone and start screwing the conversation after and they now carry out to 5. What are you even looking for? You will not be able to understand anything. Your own business will now be a confusion. You will now bring it like you paid expensively to start a confusion, not a business. Now, I now told him that first, we're going to be crashing the WhatsApp into one. He now said, how? I said, it is information. Yes, we're going to be crashing the information. There's what we call Meta Business API system, like Tiger DM, what you are seeing right here on my screen here. So what this system will do for him, that is the first thing I recommended, is that now instead of having 5 different WhatsApp contacts, you have one, just like banks. Bank have one. They call it a first contact for First Bank, or they call it a fast track for GT Bank. Everybody give it their name. So inside this system, you now add your staff as agents, as staff. They now staff. They are staff. They are not the business. They are the staff. So at the end of the day now make one person the lead marketing manager, which of course I know. No business should operate you having all the staff as one kind of because when you start first, you work with them. So you should be able to tell someone who understands you better, this is the person that should handle the marketing as a lead marketer. Even though they are working as a team, you should be able, when a lead comes back, don't hold, because the WhatsApp conversation is going to be in your hand. So the person that is assigned, and you will see when he assigned and when he left someone unattended to. So meaning that A can respond to B conversations, C can. So depending on the level of the conversation, meaning that once I assign A to B conversation, you will see the breakdown of the whole thing that has happened. And they will continue. If the Mr. D decide to drop in your company today, your business will still be standing. That is it. So when some people say structure, they don't even understand what structure is. Structure is just like a car. If your business does not function like a car, where that you, the owner of the car, shuts down, anybody can come and drive that car. Supposing the person know how to drive, will drive the car and safely take you to the hospital, or maybe call somebody for a help. So your business should just need a key. That is structure. If it does not need a key and they need all those back and forth, forget it, you don't have a structure. Secondly, when the business will start having issue, is at a point where there are now new leads that are coming and old leads that are waiting for those your information, and the ones you need to follow up if they have checked the PDF you sent, becomes a problem. So at this point, you have paid for an expensive sheet, my boss. So that is the reason when some people says, when you want to tell them what they need to do to structure that business, they will tell you, no, I don't have such money. But now let's do an illustration. So meaning that I have said 2 things. You need my fixed space. So now you are just like a restaurant. You are just like a hotel who has put everything in place, put in on the lister, and it is waiting for customer to come. And the moment you come, they show you your room, you just go and sleep. And if you order food, they give you some minutes and they will deliver it. Instead of trying to run hectare skelter, trying to. Now you're a hotel business owner. You want to kill me. You want to kill me. So you don't do that. When a customer come, you go and buy fuel, you go and come this thing, you go and do this thing, you go and do this thing. You don't know I'm a business owner. You don't know I'm very busy. What kind of business are you running? You don't know Elon Musk. He structure his business, he can be anywhere, playing and dancing. Does not mean he's not ahead of what is going on. So your business marketing WhatsApp should be in your palm, not in the palm of different 5 staff. So that is to say, this is it. Now, some people, when you are recommending these services, they will tell you they are expensive. We will do minus and plus so that you know what is expensive and what is not expensive. The next thing is that your advert, the pipeline where you are going to be collecting these people, you know that so many people, even though you are not them, some people, they never know about you, they never heard about you. But there are some paparazzi ads you will run that people will start commenting at them. Be careful, guys. Scam and all of that. That alone can destroy the entire thing you have built. Now, there's a system for that. The system for that is what? Funnels. So what Funnels will do for you is that it will kind of use it to automate your Facebook, your Instagram, in such that when someone comments on your ad, it's going to hide that comment, that only the person who made the comment and you, the business owner, will see that comment. So you make a decision whether to hide or unhide it. So there are some comments that look good that are psychologically against you. So you'll be able to know the one, so that when someone sees your ad and see 5 comments, and they will rush and check and they will say that it is an interest, how can I get, where's your location? They will drop positive. Then when they see something like, I claim it in Jesus' name, beware of these companies. Are you people real? Are you for real? What do you mean by this? So psychologically, your business is going down. Then you are waiting for them, thinking they will buy. People will make inquiries and go. So that is it. So you see that when your business does not function like a bank, like the way a bank function, imagine if you want to do a particular transaction, you need to call to Elumelu to be sure. What is that? Elumelu could be kind of replaced tomorrow, and bank still functions as though nothing happens. The same thing happened in bank. Do you know that someone who even attended to you some minutes ago, the service was terminated, but your customer service still remained intact? So what convinced this my boss was that somebody taught them, set up system.io platform and set up the instant sequences, that the moment somebody fill the lead form, the person will now be scheduled on follow-up emails. Now, you forgot something. Not everybody that want to wait on the email sequence for you to convert them. Some people already converted. Maybe some people are already looking for that stuff, that service. Some people are already looking for that property. Some people are already looking for people who have that information. They needed to start the talking immediately. They needed to get that immediately. They don't need to go through that paparazzi. So that's what he now missed. This Tiger DM has what we call instant WhatsApp notification. So that first bulk SMS these people are supposed to be sending after like maybe the next day, like 2 days, sometimes 3 days. Now, these messages will now be able to be sent immediately. How? Now, look at it here. Now, look at the sample system.io, which is chuba.system.io. I want to show you. Now, let's say this is the lead form. Now, I opened my WhatsApp here. What I will do is that I'm going to copy one person WhatsApp number. Now, let me show you how it is. Look at the inbox. Let me go to do I have the inbox here? Yes. Look at the inbox. I'm going to copy one person's phone number right now. Now, this person sent me a message. Okay, let me use this person I know. I think somebody is trying to say, you want to pay for something. Now, first, I need to be done with you before I talk to the person. Now, the person's name is V. Let's say this person now see our ad. Let me copy the phone number so that you see how we save that money. Now, let's say this person now saw our ad and put a name, Virtual, and I put his phone number, and I put his email. Let me just use this email. Now, first is that they want the moment somebody fill that form, it will send them to their WhatsApp group where you know that it's a problem, because that WhatsApp group, people can start stealing them. And once people start leaving the WhatsApp group, people will start leaving. And as well, it now told me that they already have a kind of the complete tour video talking about the property they want to sell that will help convince them. And the moment you do this, the email will start getting follow-up. Then look at what we did. So it now saved them the first bulk message that would have gone. Now, let's say the first bulk message that would have gone now. The moment I click on get access, let's say the person now filled the form. Let's go ahead and wait for that message here. Immediately it drops here. This is a 1254. It says, Virtual, thank you for connecting with Chuba Cloud Services Limited instantly. So what I did here was that, look at the page we used to go. What I did here was that I set up the entire buying process. Hello, Mr. This. Hello, this name. Thank you for showing interest in this property. And I list everything that delivered on WhatsApp. And guess what? These messages are 100% free. Because this platform is official WhatsApp API. I know if you know, you say, it is paid. Though. Yes. Now, it has what we call coexistence. That coexistence is that you can actually use your WhatsApp business to do the entire webhook communication with system.io, meaning that while the other paparazzi is going on, now your staff now has gotten the person instantly, meaning that your staffs are not going to be waiting to download the lead before they start following them up. And this person that filled that form is very eager and ready to communicate with somebody immediately. And the moment that thing happened, what do you think will happen? They swing into action. So now, if the current person that received that lead, which is the main lead marketer, you should learn how to give hierarchy in your marketing. Don't make everybody equal. Let one person be the main closing person and give incentive to the rest of the people so that they are always happy to work as a team. So if he's busy, what he needs to do is this, is to open Tiger DM this way and click on this icon here. And the only thing you need to do is to assign him to the next available agent. So meaning that nobody that's coming in is waiting. And guess what? Where that conversation is going? That conversation is going on the WhatsApp business that is in your hand. So I know you already. This is already gotten the fire. So that is to say, you know exactly what is going on, even though you are not the one that is in charge of that communication. You are receiving the notification. You know who is talking and who is not talking. So at this point, this has saved the entire, what is 1 million when it comes to you having the entire structure? Imagine communication that are going on. Imagine communication that is going on. You are ahead of that conversation. So now, what is the work of my fixed dot space in this conversation? Now, the work of my fixed dot space in this conversation is time and precision. You know, when somebody asks you, can I see the details of this project? You now start saying, actually. So the work of my fixed dot space is just like, I think in 2000 and some years ago, where we make use of a PA, personal assistant. So that personal assistant is when you are now discussing about a project, about property, about services you want to render to company, and they now said, okay, can I see your document that showed what you are going to be getting? What do you normally do? You say, okay, PA, can I have the document? This is what people are used to. You carry the document, you hand it to the company. They will review it and say, okay, but this is just the initial document we need to review and sign before we now proceed better, right? They now ask you again, can I see the samples of this product you want to supply us? What do you do? PA, give me the sample. So, very simple. Not when they say, can I see the document of the property we want to buy, or document that show everything we want to receive as a service provider. You say, okay, I'm going to prepare it and send it to your email. What are you saying? Somebody is ready and available, because what you don't understand that most of the people who buy property, some of them are not the direct decision makers. They want to get that information and take it to the direct decision makers. So what my fixed space will do is that it's going to be your perfect PA. The PA that manage the project information, the proposal, the contract, the product, the payment, your staff, your customers, the customers' decision makers, the client decision makers. Yes, I keep saying this, that the reason why some of the businesses you are doing, some of the projects you are trying to close are not closing is just because the decision makers fail to trust the process of the person that is communicating with you. So at the end of the day, what do you think will happen? The crashes, because number one, you want to play smart. You don't want to put the right thing in place. You want to catch a lion with just a rope that you used to catch rabbits. What do you think will happen? The lion will wait for you, devour both of you. Both the wool, you are using to catch rabbit that you have set for the lion, it will bring the, will use it to tie you and eat you. So that is what happened, meaning that you spend a lot of money generating leads. At the end of the day, the only happiness you have is that you generated 2,000 leads. Nothing. You did not make sales. So clap for, oh, you're my boss. Don't clap for yourself. So now, what are you supposed to do? What you're supposed to do is that you should learn how to do minus and plus. Stop calculating how much does that product cost. Somebody will say, sir, it is 500,000. No, 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 it's too much. Please, please. They should go away with it. Yeah, I don't need it. I have some simple things I'm using. I have other things that is filling my head now. Yes, because you have filled your head with something you're supposed to give an AI, something you're supposed to give it to, something you're supposed to give a software. You use it to fill your head. So let me show you how to do minus and plus. Like I said, the story of a friend of mine that asked me to review the setup, what we did. Let me show you now what we did. Let's say, for example, now my fixed space is, let's say, don't do monthly. Let's say yearly. Let me open my calculator. I want to show you something light, something very light. You understand how these things work? So now let's say this thing we are getting is kind of just like that at the end of the day, like, the company plan to shut down marketing, and their plan is to get at least 30 to 50 leads every single day. Now let's say they end up getting 50, because with that kind of money on ad, 50 leads is very possible. Now 50 leads for 30 days, we'll be having like 1,500 leads, right? So this does not end like this, because most of it just end up with 2,000 leads. Now let's do another thing by 12 months, because they don't want to stop it. That is to say, they have the target of getting 18,000 leads. Now let's imagine, because the one thing is for sure, they will call these leads, they will email them, and they might want to like use the corner way to send, and you cannot use corner way to send WhatsApp message right now. You can't, it's not possible. So let me just remove that one, because if you do it, that number will be banned. You cannot send this 18,000 via normal kind of a WhatsApp script. It has to be original WhatsApp business API, like Tiger DM, that guarantees you can send this type of message without your number being blocked, because Meta charge you for that. Now, because anytime somebody say charge you for that, I say learn to do minus and plus. Meta charge per bulk SMS, that bulk WhatsApp message that is better than bulk SMS, is 0.003 for Africa. That is 4 naira. So don't be the same. When you hear dollars, stop running away. Calm down, understand it. It's 4 naira. So don't listen. So now let's say you want to send bulk SMS, because you don't want to hear all those things that are saying. And let's say they now decided to send an SMS, because now SMS is about 4 naira in Nigeria, yes. Now, depending on the network, I think Glo and Airtel is about 8 naira and I think 9 naira respectively. Then DND, because that's what you do, not disturb numbers, are from 12 naira to like 18 naira. Are you shocked? Now, but today we're going to be using just 10 naira, because there's no way you want to send message that it's going to be one page, because it is too short. It has to be minimum of 2. So I don't even want to increase them, or let's say 10. That is to say, anytime you send an SMS, you end up spending 180,000 naira is what it would send SMS to just 18,000 people. You're going to generate 180,000. And if for any reason you did this, because I'm calculating, even though you are generating the 50-50 every month, if you calculate monthly per 1 year, that is what we're doing. So if at the end of the day, you did this message sending, let's say 3 times, so what you have actually spent on SMS casually, that was not intentional, that was not targeted, that it was just notification, was 540,000. Now, We didn't put other things because definitely you would have to do what? Do email marketing. You maybe somebody will introduce you to an email system that will kind of charge you their own. Let's say, let's check MailChimp, because many a times when somebody wants to like a kind of a structure, you have to let everything open for the person. So you see what you are doing. You see what you are doing. Now, what is kind of the enterprise SMS you can send for that 18,000? Because as your business is increasing, so is your bill. So don't try to shut down without trying to make payments. You should be ready. Now let's say 18, that is 10,000 leads. We don't need 20. They don't want to show us 20. That is, let's say, 26 US dollars. Maybe they introduce you to cheaper platform like this, where you'll be paying like kind of a 26, because you cannot send 18,000 people email without, or even 5,000 people email without using a system like this. Now let's say 540, right? That 540, now this is 26. Let's call it 27 because of other bills that will kind of tax and all of that will make 27. That 27 per month, every month, that's what you need to do. And if you decide to do it every month, just because you want to stay strong, 324 by, let's say, because our card normally charge 1.5 despite the something. So this 480 plus 540, 1,026,000 is what you must do usually, not programmed. So that is it. So when anybody say want to shut down, they are always shut up after the first, second promotions. They are shut up, because you now find out that even though some people are paying, but the money that you are putting, you try to compare it, is like eating up the money that the profit. So what do? You stop. So some people will say, don't worry, I'm looking for an inflow. When an inflow comes, we continue. What about the money you have put there? So don't try it. So that is the reason why this is what you need right now. You need this package right now. So you don't skip anything. Because what we are doing, I think I've showed it before, is that let me do a recap. Let's say my fix does spaces. I will use the biggest plans. Let's say this first is that this is Tiger DM, which is the official WhatsApp API you can use to manage your staff, manage your conversations, and as well automate. If you have system.io or any platform, you can also use it there. And the messages that are coming from there is 100% free. If you connect Tiger DM with your system, even with your current CRM, if you even have any platform that can use webhook, I don't want to be mentioning platform. That's why I'm mentioning system.io, your messenger, even though you are using seller. Some people don't know that you should be looking for a well-structured system. If the service you are offering is across West Africa, is global, and you need a strong system, is seller. Maybe I will introduce it for people that are into food stop kind of exportation. If you export food, I will show you how you can use seller and Tiger DM to cash out big time. So instead of paying like a huge amount of money looking for developer who can build a system that allow you to do what? To charge, like to take payment across West Africa and globally. I will show you how to do that professionally. So you can start even selling immediately. This is mind blowing, right? Mind blowing. Now, I say something that my fixed Tiger DM yearly plan is 120. I always recommend 120. Don't forget what we did before, 1 million plus. Now, my fixed of spaces, let's use the 420. Let's use the 420. And the next platform you need is Funnels. So, what is the work of Funnels in your business? The work of Funnels in your business is that as a business owner, there's what we call minus and plus profitably. Now, when you are running adverts, people are going to be commenting, and some of these comments might work against you. Those of them that is in your favor, you will have to retain them. But what this platform will ensure is that you will kind of automate your Facebook and your Instagram. Yes, iFinos is the official Meta platform, approved platform, not a Meta platform. It's not a partnership with Meta. But Meta verified everything and they're using the official Meta database, meaning that you are safe. Everything I'm showing you, they are safe platforms. So what happens is that when you are running adverts, you know that many people, like if it is some kind of product you are promoting, let's say you are promoting a property. Now, some people who maybe were scammed by a similar kind of ad, what do you think they will do? They will come and comment scam, run away from there. Somebody that has never even spoken with you, don't even know anything about you, will ask people to run away that this is scam. Now, some people will not say, now them. Why some people will not make a wishy-wishy under your post, which is not bad, where they say, I declare that I'll own this type of property one day in Jesus' name. And some funny comments will be on the comment section. And when a serious person come and see, like there is a 10 comment on it, and they will say, wow, let me see what the people are reviewing, and end up seeing those Jack and John on the comment section. Number one is that it's first going to beat down the need in him. But when the only thing you approve on that your ad are positive comments, people making inquiries, I'm interested. How can I get it? Where is your location? So the moment somebody see that, it's going to stir the need and it's going to stir a kind of urgency that people are making inquiries. So, and they said it's just 14 plots that's left. And this person is looking for 15 plots around the area. So whatever communication that's going on there is going to be increased. And secondly, there's the same precision that the moment anybody comments, is going to reply the person. First, reply and hide the person. So it's going to be between you, the owner of the business, and the person that made the comment that will be seeing the comment. So what happened is that he replies the person inbox because he's not keeping the person waiting. Then deliver the person either your WhatsApp number, your MyFixPace form, or your website form. You understand? And mention it because it is not optional, right? So the person will now have to either fill it, talk to you on WhatsApp, or call you. So you have that box checked. So that is to say, every need of employing somebody who is going to be sitting down on Facebook and Instagram, monitoring comments, will be what? You channel that money into another of your systems, saving you that money. Because even though you say you want to employ somebody, yes, it's not taking the work of your social media manager. No, what I mean is that instead of that, you trusting your social media manager to ensure that the comments and everything that they are taken before anybody see it is not possible. When a human handle that, many would have seen it because something could happen. The phone maybe goes off, the data not up, or something. Maybe it's busy and is doing something else, and those comments will drop and stay like 30 minutes. It would have damaged something. And there are some that I will not be able to like meet up with or even get to see. And if you already have a strong social media handle, you need to get this thing immediately, put it there so that you can control some comments. You can filter comments, delete them, or kind of hide them. Very important. That is not by the way, that is by the way. Now let's say iFinos is how much? iFinos is, let's say yearly. I don't do monthly unless on a situation where your budget is too low and you want to do what? Get in. You can do monthly. That is it. Now let's say do the normal calculation. We have 17. No, we have 130. I don't want to even use 65 so that you see that you are still in profit. Now let's say 130. Let's say 120 plus 120. And let's say plus 420. If you can do 1,800, you can do that. Plus 420. Now 420. That is 670 US dollars. Now, if you have system.io and all of that, system.io is free, right? So you don't get to pay because most of the thing that would have made you to pay is already here there. But if you want to do more, you have some features in system.io that are already very important to your business. Add it to this. It will be less than 2 million. It will be less than even 1.5 million. So divide and plus in your own country currency, like I said from the beginning. Now let's say divided by multiply by 1,500, exchange rate is 1,005,000. That you spent casually, you spent 1,026,000 doing casual marketing. Now, what this structure will do is that you don't need to be there. You will not need to be there when you have these structures put in place. And closing sale will be for only people who don't have money that will not buy. Because whether you are coming in as an influencer, whether you are coming in as a, what's it called, you are coming in as just a staff, a manager, a referrer, and everything, these three systems will carry you, will pick the person and put the person into that category, and you can close the person. So that way, you will not have to bother yourself about what is going on. No matter, even though you are traveling today, because the conversation that is going on your WhatsApp, Tiger them help you to be ahead of it. You are seeing what everybody, real time on your normal WhatsApp business line. So you will now kind of give yourself access to the WhatsApp business line, while your manager or your special, you kind of lead marketing manager, or maybe you are the owner of, you are the lead marketing manager for now, and you have some style, or you just yourself, you will find out that everything is organized. Even while you are boarding a flight, even while you are sleeping, even while you are trying to catch up Okada. Let me not use flight or before you say it's for big people. Or maybe you are driving and somebody say, can you send me details about this property? Can you send me details about this contract? Can you send me details about this supply? Can you send me detail about, can you send me detail about yourself? Maybe you are a mechanic. Can you send me details about your charge and your repair and your timeline? Instead of saying, oh, guy, I'll forward it on WhatsApp. No, don't do that. Always have a template for your job. Have a template. That template, which I'm going to be explaining to you in the next video, how to use template, apply it, and you just send. Maybe somebody say, I want to change template. You reviewed it. Let me not use only property. Maybe you are a kind of a consultant, or maybe you're a medical doctor, a kind of a consultant, optical dentist, and all of that. So any service at all can come in, right? And the person that say, can I see the details? Especially when it comes to health. Sometimes a community wants to sponsor, sometimes good individuals want to sponsor, and sometimes organizations. Imagine right now, because I know that in Nigeria, Very Dark Man is not a name that many people don't know. Imagine a Very Dark Man want to go out and do. I don't. Sorry if the name is not who you a kind of you want to hear, but at least just for illustration purposes, right? Now maybe you want to do an outreach, and now decided to reach out to you now as a vendor, that I want to do do a kind of a reach out to a particular community. Can you give me a breakdown? Many people will rush to PDF. Many people will rush to Microsoft Word. Many people will rush to looking for who can help me prepare this, who can help me do this. Are you not becoming a starter, a beginner? No, you should prepare for, even when it is just an individual. You should be able to log in, do some touch, and you send less than 5 minutes. That is what structure is. And even your staff should be able, your staff based on the hierarchy should be able to do the same thing. When you call, please, Tolu, Emeka, Hassan, can you send this thing to this person? They are requesting it. They will just log in and just say, okay, all you need is just the person's name and email. And my fixed or space will create a username and password and send to the person with your company name. And when they say they will give them welcome notes, they will log in. So whatever project that you are running with them, they will be receiving it on their end. If they want to add people, decision maker, they will say add them. Just enter the person username and password. You show them how they can do it from their own end. And decision maker can log in with their own information. What do you think will happen? Your business don't blow. So no matter what you are doing, learn to structure it. So you must not always be there. Just like I said, if you happen to break down, not even your car on the road, what a driver, whether it's a good driver or not, but a driver, somebody who can drive need, is your car key. So that's the reason why, if there should be a shift in your business, what they need is just login of your CRM system. And anyone that is conversant, whether you are not even conversant, you would have put what we call knowledge base. I'm using these platforms, all of them. Let me show all of them. I'm using all of them. This is Team OJ. I'm using all of them. So I'm not trying to recommend what I'm not using. You can see it. You can see the invoice overdue. You can see the payment, and you can see the project that's going on. So you see, look at how my projects are going on. You see the ones that we have a kind of completed. If I click on it, you see how it looks like. Now look at the checklist, what it looked like. Look at what I did for this. I check whether the meta pixel, verify event, review, and everything we have done. And beautifully, customer can as well even put a note behind it, aside it. You get, so when you click on the details of the project, look at it. And it is just a template that explains that service. So the same thing with the proposals are here and more. So you see the proposals we have sent. It is here. The one that I have accepted, the one that expired, you see it. So the moment you get your business right, you see proposal will write everything about the project that you are offering and the timeline. And you see that everything is 100%. So meaning that whether it is a financial, you can even check the receipt and everything. You can collect payment, no matter the payment, this whether you want to get online payment, whether the person want to pay you by transfer, you can put it here. Yes, it has payment option. Let me just, because this is an introduction before I now take you in. Look at it. You see payment method. You can set up a payment method that you want to accept, whether you want to accept PayPal, Stripe, Flutterwave, Razor, Molly, and all of that, even your bank payment and pay stack. So meaning that when somebody wants to pay you, no matter where the person is coming from, if your business is already registered, you can sign up pay stack, sign up Flutterwave, get a PayPal account. Now PayPal is working in Nigeria via Paga. Connect everything. Any option your customer wants to pay you with, you just send them invoice. They accept the invoice and the payment option will be there. So why do you always want to send your account details? Don't you know it's risky? Don't you know sending out those your account is risky right now? So that is it. So I want to see you in the next video where I now take you from the first thing you need to do, because I have decided to do what to crash this course into the basics of the basic. I'm going to be starting from as low as creating mailbox, buying domain, connecting it to mailbox, meaning that when I mention mailbox, you don't need to have a website for you to have a mailbox. And every serious business should have their business email. Business email is not Gmail, it's not Yahoo, it's not Hotmail. Stop using that as a business owner. There are mailboxes you can buy that is less than 15 US dollar yearly that you can use to do your official registrations and setups. So I'm going to be making sure that after this, your course with us, that you will no longer suffer losses. You will no longer a kind of run. I see some big businesses that are not up to the standard of their business just because they feel that they are saving money. Yet you are just not saving money. You are wasting money. So imagine Chuba Cloud Services Limited sending you a contract email from a direct personal email. It doesn't make sense. Depending on the type of services you are offering, it has to be from your official name so that they will not treat it as you. They treat you as a company, not you. Nobody will use because your head is big now and give you money. So business has to be well arranged that even when you, let me not say you are going because you know to go anywhere. Even when you have traveled, somebody can take over. The only thing they need to do is to see the process information. You can see the features. You can even do on your own. You see it. Invoices, estimate, timesheet, contract, proposal, everything. Lead. You can managing lead is like managing client is like managing staff is like. Let me show you this before I now move you to the next video. Now, managing project is one of the easiest thing anybody can do, right? So look at my team. This is it. You can put your own team, give them hierarchy. See my team, and as well, look at a kind of a project. When you have a project, your proposal, you can easily assign anybody, right? So if I go ahead and say, okay, this is food and this and the one that kind of we did last. Look at what we did longer kind of say it. So if I had wanted to kind of engage, or if I had wanted to assign a staff, all I need to do is to just click here and assign one of the staff. You see, I assign myself here because I personally did that. So you see other staff here. So that is it. So not that let me forward you this. And when a customer wants to, like, you want your staff to continue communicating with your customer, you now forward your customer's phone number to your staff to save. How do you sleep when you do this in what's supposed to be an organization? What you're supposed to do is to just the way I mentioned it, is to just log into your account and assign that person to this, assign the staff to the conversation on your hands that you are following. So when he makes wrong comments on wrong response, you correct it immediately. Or maybe I say everything that I'm using here, everything that I'm showing you here, I'm using them. I'm using them. Look at it. So these three platforms, I use them. I use them. You see? So stop using hope in a business that you're supposed to push. You see? I'm using the three platforms. You see it? Very important. So that's the reason why no matter the number of, okay, how many customers do you think I have? Let me show you. So let me show you my seller. This thing. I don't even want. I will still show you everything. So you know that I'm not blabbing. So the person talking to you is a master seller. So if I am doing them manually, I will not be talking to you. I should be like buried in. You see, I have over 5,000 customers here. And at this point, look at it. So maybe the ad you saw was not even doing justice to who I say. I've sold over 3,112 sales directly on seller alone, not even the other sales I'm making. So calculate it. So that is to tell you that whatever I'm telling you right here is what I am currently doing. I'm not telling you what I'm not doing. So you need to structure that business. You cannot structure it with your mouth. You cannot structure it when you just create a funnel. You cannot structure your business by buying 5 different WhatsApp numbers. You cannot structure your business by just being wasteful. Now, at the end of the year, you end up wasting the entire money. Yet, and still, you now pose yourself as somebody who is doing actually sales. No, you are not doing sales. So that is so. This one is just normal sales, like 3,000, 2,000. I didn't put the 500k, 2 million, and all of that sales. If I put it here, the number will be it will be looking like it's fake. So today I want you to follow the same because I already know them. So showing you how to do it in your own business is easy. So I'm not marketing to you. I am advising and appealing that you should do the right thing. So that at the end of the day, you will love what you are doing. So I want you to go ahead and watch the next video where I now break everything down. And it is set up. Oh, the next video is set up. I'm not talking in the next video. It is set up. Set up. So let's go ahead and see how you can now start having the peace you deserve in your business. Thank you so much for following this video. So please don't forget my name is Tim Oche, African Tech Premier.